Hi everyone, welcome to Free Range Diva. Thank you for stopping by today because today I have kind of a big project. I'm going to go through my empties. These are going to be supplemental empties though, so we're going to be talking about all the supplements that I take and have taken over the last 6 months or so. My philosophy on supplements briefly is that they are just that, something that you add to a nutritious diet to make sure that you're not missing out on something. Because of my health challenges, if you will, I do have nerve issues, a pinched nerve, and I have a sensitivity to corn. So I tend to be very reactive. My immune system overreacts to things. So I take things to manage those and the symptoms that come from those two things. So well, let me shut up. Let's just get started. Okay, so we're going to start with protein powders. I do frequently have smoothies for breakfast, and I like to make sure that I'm getting 25 grams of protein in my breakfast. So I supplement yogurt or whatever it is I'm having with protein powders. My protein powder of choice that I use all the time is the Teras Whey, and I will put a little clip in of it because I don't have one up here now. I've been just throwing them out because the bottle, I get the really big size. But yeah, that's the whey protein powder. It's very easy to digest. I've been using it for years. My mother's been using it for years, and it's never upset our stomachs. It's a protein whey concentrate, and although she's lactose intolerant, I am not. So just nevertheless, it's good to have variety. So I did try some plant protein powders. This one from Sun Warrior I liked a lot. This one's protein sources are a pea protein blend, hemp, and I think those are the only two. Yeah, and then everything else is just like there's vanilla flavor and some coconut oil and things like that in here, stevia to make it taste better. But yeah, primarily you're getting your protein from pea protein and hemp protein. This gives you 18 grams of protein per scoop. The other protein powder that I have here that I absolutely flipped over, and I will be ordering another one of these when I put in my full order at Perfect. This is from Perfect Supplements. I usually weigh and order everything that I get from them. So my acerola cherry supplement, my vitamin C supplement, this, and what you're going to see here in a second, collagen. But anyway, okay, this has pumpkin seed, hemp seed, and sacha inchi seed. That is it. There's only 3 ingredients in here. It's not sweetened. And I don't know if you missed my hair, growing my hair back video. One of the things that is a DHT blocker, the type of testosterone that can cause male and female pattern baldness. Well, one of the things that blocks DHT is pumpkin seed. So I really blew through this faster than I thought I would because I enjoyed it just that much. Because it's not sweetened, you can put it in savory dishes as well as in smoothies. So yeah, I'll be getting another one of these. And it's a nice supplement to the whey protein, just in terms of flavor. Both of those powders have a little bit of grit to them, not enough to be like a deal breaker for me, but yes, if you're used to, like, whey is very, very smooth and creamy, those two protein powders, not so much, but they're okay. Now, for a plant-based protein powder that is smooth and creamy, if you're enjoying this so far and you want to stick around and see some more from me, then please subscribe. It's free. And if you hit the notification bell, you won't miss a thing here at Free Range Diva. Thank you. This is Truvani. I got actually 4, I'm missing 1, of their protein sample packs. Their plant-based protein has, I believe, 6 ingredients in it. It's based in pea protein, concentrate, And then they throw in pumpkin seed and flavorings. So I have 3 flavors here actually. This one's the chocolate. I tried the chocolate peanut butter, and this one is the banana cinnamon. I also had a straight up vanilla one as well. All 3 of these are absolutely delicious. Of the protein powders I've tried, the Truvani ones are probably the most expensive, but they do go a long way to make sure you're getting a clean product. And if you are used to that very creamy texture in your smoothies, these will definitely give that to you. There's no grit whatsoever to these protein powders. These have no dairy, no stevia, no gums, no emulsifiers, flow agents, soy, no gluten, non-GMO, no weird ingredients. Yeah, that's quite true. And they give you about 20 grams of protein per serving. Same thing. Oh, I think I forgot to tell you on this one. This one gives you 17 grams of protein for serving on the perfect. All of these protein powders are very, very cleanly formulated. Probably the only one that has a lot of additives is going to be the Sun Warrior, but otherwise they are all complete proteins, so you don't have to worry about whether or not you're getting your protein, your full complement of the 9 essential amino acids that make up a protein, a complete protein. You'll get those in here. In all of them, sorry. Also from Perfect, I do take collagen every day. Last year, funnily enough, I got out of the habit. I completely changed my diet. I started intermittent fasting, took out coffee, not because I wanted to, it's just I didn't want it. I just didn't want to drink it. I don't know. But anyway, my habit was I was putting a scoop of this in my coffee every morning. Well, when I cut coffee out, I kind of got out of the habit of using this collagen. And over the year, because I would also drink bone broth regularly, but I noticed over the course of the year, my pinched nerve really flared up. My joints flared up last year. So by the fall, I was so uncomfortable that I was back in physical therapy. And then that's when I realized that I had been off this. Once I go back on this, everything calms down. The pain and the numbness and the weird sensations up and down my legs, that all calms down. So collagen peptides are really good, really, really good. I take a half a scoop of this. And again, for those of you that may or may not know, collagen peptides are not a complete protein. They're missing 2 key amino acids. So this is not a protein source for me. This is just a joint and bone health source. And if it helps my hair, great, I'll take it. Skin as well, I'll take that too. Here's a couple of other supplements that I add to my smoothies with the protein powder. This is for extra nutrition. I can't take multiple vitamins because of my intolerance to corn. If it's not the ascorbic acid that the vitamin C is made from, then it's going to be the anti-caking agents or something in the actual pill capsule, itself. But either way, instead of that, I tend to add nutritional powders to my smoothies to make sure I'm getting a little extra nutrition. And this is one that I had just am obsessed with. I love the way this is from what's the name of it? Essential Living Foods. It's the organic superfood immunity smoothie. They have several different types of these smoothie packets. This on its own with a little, like you can take 4 tablespoons of this, add, say, your milk of choice and your banana, and you're going to get how much protein? 26 grams of protein, only 2 grams of sugars, including 0 grams of added sugar, which is why I really love this particular formula. This formula also has pea protein powder as its protein source, and then it's got inulin, which is a prebiotic, and it's got hemp also as its protein, for protein. But additionally, it's got turmeric, acerola for vitamin C, reishi for adaptogenic support. It's got a fiber, as I mentioned, and it's got probiotics in here. Everything in here is organic, and it's just something really nice to add. Like, I'll take maybe a couple of tablespoons and put it in a smoothie just to bump up the protein a little bit, as well as the other nutrients that you get from all of this good stuff that's in here. So this is not that expensive. It comes in these little packets. I don't know if they have larger sizes, but yeah, you're getting 26 grams of protein. Turmeric, I forgot to mention, and ginger are both in here. So you're getting also anti-inflammatory support as well. This is another of those powders that you add to smoothies for additional nutrition. This is the Raw Beauty Supplement from Hum Nutrition. It's their green superfood powder. It's got all the greens in it that you can imagine. It's got a fiber blend. It's got the green superfood blend with lots of barley grass, wheatgrass, spirulina, that kind of thing. It's got an antioxidant blend. It's got fruits like tart cherry, raspberry, grapeseed, green tea. And then you've got another vegetable blend that's also got spinach and broccoli, ginger, that sort of thing. You've got probiotics, you've got your adaptogens in here, and they have a digestive blend as well with enzymes to help you digest all this stuff. Tastes delicious. I have been going back and forth between this and another blend from a company you'll hear about later. So I'm out of both right now, and I'm like stuck. I can't decide which one of the two to reorder, but this is just really, really good. And if you need we want to get your day off started right, and you want to boost the nutrition in your smoothies, this again is another good way to do it. Oh, and let me just give you a quick medical disclaimer. No, I'm not a doctor or any kind of medical professional. Today we are going to be discussing supplements that I take and how I react to them and what they do to me. Please, if you have any questions, consult your own medical professional, check products, call. I love to call the manufacturers when I have questions about products, because you want to make sure that whatever you're taking or using is going to benefit you and not harm you, especially if you're on other kinds of medications, because there's always the potential for some sort of reaction. So check with your doctors and do your own research, and everything is good to go. So while we're on the subject of digestive enzymes, let's go through a few. This is the Allerase from Enzymatica, 4 bottles. This I discovered last year when I had a severe allergic reaction I got exposed to corn, and this was one of those things that calmed down one of the ways that I react is with tinnitus in my right ear. And it was bad. It was keeping me up every night after night. This uses digestive enzymes to remove mucus, basically, from your body. I don't exactly know the physiology of how that works, but a lot of the things that go wrong with your immune system happen in the gut. A lot of your immune system is manufactured. It's influenced by your gut and bacteria and environment. Whatever, this worked to quiet my ears. It doesn't work 100%, but I would say that it can give me like a couple of quiet days in a row, and several where the volume is low enough that I can carry out my day and not be bothered by it. That's why I have so many of them. I take 2 of these a day. And right now, things are going so well that I'm actually down to taking 1 of these a day. So I'm obviously weaning myself off of it. This is the kind of thing where if you get really congested in allergy season as we approach the spring, this will work. Don't ask me how. All I know is you can read the reviews. I get this on most of these supplements I buy on iHerb, but you can go there and read reviews on it or wherever, and maybe even go to Enzymatica's website, and they can explain better than I can how this works, but however it works, it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, I wouldn't be without it. And like I said, at some point I think I will wean myself off of it. I've also learned a little technique, massage technique, that also quiets my ears. So that really, especially at night, the other night, it was like 11 o'clock at night and my ears were just going like crazy, and I was able to calm them down and then eventually fall asleep using this massage technique. So if you're interested, it's all over the internet, but if you want to hear more about that, I certainly will explain it in another video. All right. For respiratory issues, allergy issues in particular that get up in your sinuses, this is from Host Defense. This is their mushroom formulation that they call Breathe. This provides, as they say, healthy respiratory support. I make no claims other than the reason I have 2 bottles of this is because it worked really, really well to clear out my sinuses. So this is another way. Mushrooms are adaptogenic. They work on helping the body to kind of modulate its responses so that it doesn't overreact to things. The mushrooms that they use in this blend are chaga, reishi, and cordyceps. And I particularly enjoy taking reishi, which is probably, it's like a feel-good mushroom for me. So that's probably one of the other reasons that I think this worked so well. But please, do your own research. Go to the website, read about it, read about mushrooms and adaptogens, and don't take my advice. All I can say is this worked really well for me. So speaking of mushrooms, here's a couple that I've tried. What are you? Super 6 Mushroom Complex. I don't remember anything about this other than it was fine. It's hard because it's not like you can take reishi and go, oh, I feel that. No, because it works over time. So I know that this one is from Piping Rock and it was really affordable. I believe this was the first pure reishi mushroom that I tried. And when it comes to reishi, how they're grown, where they're grown, how they're manufactured can determine whether or not you're getting the benefit, the full benefit of the mushroom itself. So another reishi that I tried, again, this is pretty affordable. This is from Fungiology, which is a house brand at iHerb, and this was their reishi, and I think I did a couple of these actually. But reishi is something that I have committed to taking for the long term, over the long haul. So I'm giving it like a year to see how I feel. I feel great, by the way, in terms of mood, emotion, and my overreactive immune system. So, and stress levels and anxiety levels, those sorts of things. So reishi is part of an overall program to deal with those. Like I said, the quality depends on how it's grown, and I'm going to, at some point, do a reishi with a short list of the requirements that are needed, that you should be looking for if you're going to be taking a reishi supplement. Otherwise, I will link some videos down below, I think, that can kind of get into it a little bit more than I can or want to in this video today. One supplement that is recommended that all seniors in particular take is a B12 supplement. As we get older, our digestive juices are not as good as they used to be when it comes to extracting B12 from food. The foods that have it are things like grass-fed beef, particularly liver, eggs, pastured eggs, so really high quality meats, eggs, and yeah. So if you're a vegetarian, for example, and you don't do a lot of beef, you might be low, or the little bit that you're getting in eggs might not be digesting well enough to keep you from having things like B12 induced dementia when your levels get too low. And for me, this keeps my pinched nerve quiet. I have tried to wean myself off of this last year. I guess it was probably the wrong time to be weaning myself off of stuff. And within, I'd say 3 weeks, my nerve was markedly worse, much more pain, much more activity. So it does a lot in terms of nerves and all of your bodily functions, which is why I always take one of these every single day now, no matter what. And this one is the methylcobalamin, which is the most bioavailable form of B12, and it goes under the tongue, so you don't have to worry about, your digestion. It gets in the body through the saliva, and then it's kind of pre-digested by the saliva and then gets into your bloodstream. So Superior Source is the name of the company. I highly, highly, believe in this product and in this company. Because I've been taking this supplement for at least 5 years and probably longer. So finally, we're going to round out this with antioxidants. And one that I like to take on and off is resveratrol. This one is from Source Naturals, perfectly fine. It's just an extra antioxidant protection. And the other antioxidant / anti-inflammatory that I love is turmeric. I get the complex from Primal Harvest. This has a very large amount of turmeric in here by dose. 2 capsules of this gives you 900 milligrams of turmeric root powder. I take 1. This also has bioperine in it, which is black pepper extract, which helps the body absorb the turmeric. So turmeric, again, brain health, it's basically just one of the most powerful anti-inflammatories that you can buy that is not a prescription. If you're in pain of any kind, turmeric tea, turmeric supplement, there's just a lot of information about that out there, and so I encourage you to check it out. Vitamin C. So for years, I took this non-corn sourced from tapioca vitamin C. This is from Ecological Formulas. I'm on a couple of different corn blogs, and everyone loves this product. I have taken it for years. I love it. Gives you 1,000 milligrams, and it digests easily. I mean, it does everything that you want a vitamin C to do. Now, having said that, I don't take this anymore. As you'll notice, this is a full bottle. The company has had some issues with quality control, and so what has been happening is these tablets should be white, like a white vitamin C powder, but these capsules, if you'll look, the powder inside is rusted yellow, a dark yellow color, and that is because the vitamin C in here oxidized. The first time this happened, it was before I had opened the bottle fresh, and it didn't look quite that bad. It was just white with like rust orange lines running through it. I called the company, and they're like, yes, we've been having these issues, and they sent me a fresh bottle. This was the fresh bottle. It was fresh for, how many is in here? 90 capsules. I'd say it stayed fresh for about a month, and then I noticed that it was starting to turn. So at that point, I mean, whether or not this is actually bad or not, whether or not this will do anything for you in terms of vitamin C's oxidative powers, I kind of don't think so. Sorry, I had to get the door. Spectrum is here to try and get us to switch our internet and cable service as usual. So anyway, I guess to finish up with Ecological Formulas, I at some point will probably go back to them again, but I just want to give them some time to figure out what is the problem with their vitamin C. And finally, the last but not least is probiotics. I take them from time to time. I tend to eat probiotic foods when daily, but sometimes you want a little extra insurance. This one is from Piping Rock. It's their acidophilus probiotic. It's got 14 probiotic strains and 3 billion organisms, and they're all listed on the back. I'm not going to read them all to you, but there's every organism that you could possibly think of is in here, I would say. And again, I've used this company and this probiotic. A, it's affordable, and B, it works really well. And I can always tell if a probiotic is working because my overall digestion elimination process speeds up. That's it. Everyone, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. I'm thanking you in advance for subscribing if you have, and welcome to Free Range Diva. If you're a regular viewer, thank you for coming back, because I always love seeing you and I love hearing from you to find out what you guys are doing, because you always tell me what you're up to in the comments. So I do appreciate you for being around and for continuing to watch. All right, I think next week I'm going to do an edge check, so you can see what's been happening as I've been working to grow my hair back from the hair loss that I had suffered last year. So I think that's what we're gonna do next week. So yeah, until I see you in that video, I'm just gonna wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Take good care of yourselves, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye.